Now, the last car I brought you to be fixed
Okay.
is a Honda,
Yeah.
and it was near new when I brought it.
Are we talking about the 2017 or the older one?
The 2017.
Okay.
I went to the dealer to have another Honda, 2010,
Was that the white one?
the white Honda,
Okay.
or 11, whichever it was, 2010.
I think it was 11.
I think so.
Okay.
I went in to have some repair done in the steering wheel. That was blowing up and killing people and stuff.
Right.
And
Okay.
I waited because my wife was dying and everything, and I just didn't get it fixed when they sent
So there was a recall or something?
it was a recall.
Got it. Okay.
So I went in to get that fixed, and while I was waiting for them to do it, I went into the showroom, just something to do, and saw the sign on the wall, this is the highest rated car in the United States.
For crash safety, I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
for
I
safety,
remember you
highest
talking
rated
about
for
that.
safety.
So that got your
That's the
attention.
primary reason I bought it.
Boy, oh boy.
As I took it I went to the insurance company, and I insured that car, that safe car.
So let me guess, on your insurance ID, it said that they had insured a Honda.
Yeah,
Okay.
they should know a little bit about what they're insuring. But
Well,
then
you
when I
think.
brought it in after hitting a deer, they want junk parts put on it.
Yeah, I remember.
In my opinion, junk. I'm very, very biased on that because I've worked with it.
Well, it's
It's
my
been my
opinion
business.
also. So maybe we could also discuss, just for sake of the conversation, that
Yeah,
if you don't mind, I'll add what I recall. You came to me, which whenever I deal with you, I look forward to the opportunity to get to put genuine parts on your car because I know that you want the real stuff.
insist on it. Yeah.
So I'm happy to write the quote. Might not have been the cheapest one in town, might not have been the most expensive, but I wrote it up just as you requested, and I submitted the quote to your insurance company along with the photographs. And their response was basically, in my opinion, they disagreed with it. And they, in their response, claimed through the documents on my email that your driver's fender, which took, I think, most of the impact of the deer collision and was mangled, they rewrote an estimate claiming that that fender should not only not be replaced, but it could be repaired in 2 hours. So it was at that point that I think I suggested that you go to another repair shop so that we could kind of help hopefully put this to rest, that
Yeah.
not only could the fender not be repaired, but that you should get Honda parts on your Honda car.
Right.
And it was at that time that you went to the other repair shop. I believe that it's a DRP shop that would be one of these insurance contract shops that wrote an estimate. By the way, I would like to get a copy of that sometime if you might still have it. If not, okay.
I'll
But
try to find it. I think I
Okay.
trashed it, but I'll try to
Okay.
find it.
And anyway, they apparently agreed with Miller's Auto Body that the fender needed to be replaced, not repaired.
That's right.
But not to my surprise, when I viewed that estimate, they had down there just 2 little letters. It said AM. That was all it really said, just AM. Well, that to me tells me that's an imitation fender. That stands for aftermarket. So then the argument ensued from there with the insurance company. And you remember we were, spent quite a bit of time on the phone. And anyway, you want to maybe take it from there?
Okay, when I went down there, I
Okay.
told them specifically I want OEM parts.
So you told them you wanted the
I
genuine
told them
parts.
I want
and they
genuine parts, and they said, well, the insurance company won't let us do it. They demand that we use aftermarket.
So the insurance company's in charge then?
Yeah, the insurance
Apparently.
company, he said, the insurance company will not pay for it, but I'll quote it for original equipment. And I left with a quote, or they sent me a quote after, a few days later. Then I find out the insurance company immediately sent them a check.
Which I think was evidenced in a phone conversation that I had with him.
Yeah, and I didn't tell him I was even thinking about bringing it. I said, I want a
Isn't that
second
something?
quote.
And I believe it.
I never told him I'd bring it to him.
And
It's
they,
just a quote.
so
But the
anyway,
insurance paid them a check.
So they called me and told me that, no, you weren't going to have your car fixed here. You decided to take it to the other shop. I knew they were lying.
And
And I argued with them.
I specifically told them, the insurance company, on the phone, John Miller does high quality work.
Thanks.
And I want him to fix my car. And they said, well, we can't guarantee it. And I said, you don't
And
need
that's
to.
something.
I said, you don't need to insure it with John. I know him,
guarantee
and he'll do a
it,
good job.
Thanks.
And I
And
insist
if
on
I
it.
don't, I'm going to go out of business in a small town like I ought
Right.
to.
Right.
So I nearly, or well, let's put it this way, they attempted to get you to leave me. Apparently they don't understand Bonners Ferry or common sense. You know, there's actually people in this world who still walk up, like Veral Smith walks up to John and said, I want you to fix my car. And despite of what happened downtown, I know you're bringing your car to me. So
Right.
now they're thinking they're going to get you to go down there. Try to tell me I have to send a couple $100 back that they sent on the initial counter response that they gave me. I'll transcribe that and give it to you. You ought to see what it's hilarious to me. It's what's ridiculous anyway. So you know, I didn't know you were trained early on in the heat treatment of auto body parts, basically in the technical
Well,
back in the 70s.
Yeah.
So-
Wow.
Wow.
But I was in the what do you call it? The experimental part of the new cars, building dies for that, and then building the dies once the experimenting was done.
Wow.
So I did a lot of modification on dies to get the final forms they wanted, and to do it without the metal tearing or stretching too thin. Because stretching too thin is crucial.
So I'm sitting here talking to the guy
Yeah.
who builds the machines that have to be so precise and that affect the safety of families who get in these automobiles and drive
Yeah.
them. I didn't know you were that guy.
Well, I don't
never
talk
told me
about,
that.
didn't need to.
No, you didn't. I'm happy to know that
The
now.
thing
Wow, what a
is,
bonus.
the thing is now, I haven't measured the thickness of any of these aftermarket parts.
Yet.
But if they even use the same quality of steel as Honda uses, and they reduce the thickness by the thickness of saran wrap, 1/2 of 1/1000th. If they reduce it that much, they've compromised the safety of the car.